Good morning, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Julia. I'm a certified personal trainer and I share all things health, fitness, and my lifestyle on here and on Instagram, so make sure you're subscribed and follow along. Today's video has been highly requested. We are doing a little morning in my life featuring my Garmin Venu 4 smartwatch. I filmed one of these when I got my Garmin Venu 3 and you all loved it because you loved seeing the watch in action, seeing what buttons I press for my walks, workouts, etc. So that is exactly what we are doing today. It is not even bright and early because it is still pitch black out. I just went through my little morning report on my watch, so I'll put that on the screen right now. Basically, every single morning, it is the first thing that I look at, like before getting out of bed, before getting dressed, because it tells me what the weather is gonna be like, my training readiness, how my sleep was, my HRV status. Like, it's just so helpful. And I'm sure you probably could adjust and like edit the things shown in your morning report. That is just how it comes. Like, that is just the generic morning report, and I love it so much, mainly for the weather because it helps me know what to wear that day, because typically I do go outside for a walk basically first thing. Like, I feed Scotty, our dog, let her chill for like 30 to 45 minutes, and then we go out on a walk. However, this morning I've got a busy morning, so our morning is gonna look slightly different. I'm still gonna do all the same things, just a little bit later in the day. You guys will see it all. But I wanted to film this today because when this video goes up, when you all are watching it at this time, present day for you all, the watch is currently $50 off. And Garmin rarely ever does sales, so definitely take advantage of this. So right now, November 26th through December 1st, you can get the Garmin Venu 4 for $50 off, and you can get the Garmin Venu 3, aka like the older series of this exact same watch, for $100 off through January 2nd. So definitely take advantage of one of those sales if you have been looking into like a new fitness tracking smartwatch. I switched from Apple to Garmin years ago, and I am never going back. I am so incredibly obsessed. The battery life is incredible. All of the fitness tracking is incredible. I love the look of it. Like 10 out of 10. Absolutely obsessed with my Garmin watches, and I always get the latest version to keep you guys updated with all of the new features. So you guys are gonna see them all today. All right, it is hours later. As I mentioned, busy morning. We ran a bunch of errands, went out to breakfast. Now we are home. We're about to go out on our daily 3, aka a 3-mile walk outside. Scotty and I do this every single morning, typically around 7 a.m. However, it is currently almost 10:45 a.m. So way delayed morning routine for us, but we're still hitting everything within our morning routine. So you guys are gonna see exactly how like I start the walk. The watch does have GPS, so that is how it tracks outdoor walks. If you're on a treadmill, it obviously uses like non-GPS, like it tracks it via, I guess, steps. I do have a treadmill walk today too, so you guys will see that as well. I wanted to film this on a day where I do upper body, because on my upper body days, since my upper body lifts are so short, I pair them with 30-minute incline walks. So you guys are gonna see an outdoor walk, a lift, and an incline walk. Scotty is destroying a toy, so I'm gonna go get that and then we'll get back to the watch. I got her a little Christmas puppy and he had a bow around his neck. He no longer has a bow around his neck. Scotty, are you ready to go outside? She's got a lot of energy. She did come with me on the errands, but she was in the car for a majority of it. So she is ready for this 3-mile walk. So let's head outside and get on that walk. But I do want to quickly show you guys what my watch face looks like and all that jazz. People always ask about my watch face, and I typically just choose whatever one looks simplest and has like gold accents, even though you can change the accent color for any watch face that you choose. But this is mine. It's a normal clock, shows you the date, your heart rate, which my heart rate is very high right now. I don't really know if that's accurate. My heart rate is definitely higher since getting pregnant, but that seems a little bit excessive. My steps, body battery, and then of course the time. And then you can swipe up and I see my steps, my heart rate, body battery, lifestyle logging, which I still have yet to set up, my sleep, training, weather, and calendar. And then you can also click into each of these and get more info. but that is exactly what my specific watch face looks like. You can also customize this list and change what is in it by hitting that edit button. I just left mine as is. And then up at the top, it tells you the battery percentage, 95%, and how many days estimated you have left with that battery. All right, we are outside. All I'm gonna do is hit this top button here, then click activities. You can customize this activity list. I just kind of left the ones I think I will use. You're gonna hit walk, and then once your GPS is ready, mine's already ready because we've been standing out here, you just hit start and your walk begins. All right, back from our daily 3. It is way more humid than I thought it was outside. My hair got a little crazy. I also just changed into shorts for my workout just because it's way too hot for leggings. But I decided to make my tropical smoothie now since it's already noon. Like I said, this is our delayed morning routine. We literally went to breakfast as soon as the restaurant opened hours ago and then ran errands. So it's been a while since I've eaten, and I have my tropical smoothie every single day, typically after my workout. But I was like, if I wait till then, it's gonna be almost dinner time. That's dramatic of me. It's literally gonna be an hour from now. But I was like, I just want my tropical smoothie now. So having my tropical smoothie now, I did not bring my camera out on the walk with us. Like I literally put it right back inside after filming those 2 clips, just because it would be a lot to juggle my camera, my phone, Scotty on her leash, her e-collar like clicker thing that I always bring, and then treats, because we do a lot of training while we walk. Anyway, none of this information is relevant at all, but I did take some like clips and pictures of my watch so that you guys could see the things I'm about to talk through. So when you are walking, this is something that is new for the Venu 4. My Venu 3 did not do this, but when you are walking, the watch face itself actually shows you the time, like the total time that you have been walking thus far, the distance, your pace, and then also what zone your heart rate is in. Like it shows all 5 zones and where your heart rate is within those 5 zones, which I think is really cool. I think it always showed you like the total time, distance, and pace, but the heart rate zone thing is new, and I think it's cool, especially being like pregnant in the hills in our neighborhood and just seeing how much higher my heart rate gets now versus pre-pregnancy. If you didn't know, I'm in my 3rd trimester. I'm very pregnant, feeling amazing though. Haven't changed anything about my workouts, walks. I feel great. And then if you want to either pause or finish your walk, all you have to do is hit the top button, the same exact button I showed you guys outside. There are only 2 buttons on this watch, one up top and then one on the bottom, both on the right side of the watch if you wear it on your left wrist. But you just hit that top button again, and basically like a screen will pop up where it shows you a bunch of your walk stats thus far. And you can either hit on the screen resume or save. I will have this on the screen right now, but it basically just pages through a ton of different stats from the walk. There's a timer, your distance, there is the average pace, there is the total calorie burn, and then also your average heart rate, and then it goes back to the total time. Obviously, if you're just wanting to pause the walk, then you would hit the resume button when you want to continue your walk. But if you are completely done with your walk, like I was today at the end of my 3 miles, you just hit that save button, and it'll then take you to a different screen where it basically shows you all of like your final walk stats, basically all the exact same stuff. The final screen shows like a map of your route. So whenever I put it on my Instagram story, and as I'm gonna put it right here on the screen, I always put an emoji over my route just for like safety purposes, but it'll show you your mileage, your pace, your time, and then that route from your walk. And then you can also page through that just by like swiping up. I took little screenshots of each of these, but it'll show you your pace, your heart rate zones, your elevation, gain or loss, and then the training effect, aerobic versus anaerobic, and then also the workout benefit with like a little summary. So today's walk was all about maintaining health. It says this type of workout can help improve mood and boost energy levels over time. I love my daily walk. And then also there's like a little training status summary as well, and it goes over like your VO2 max, the load, and how much time you need to like fully recover from said workout. That takes into account your body battery as well. Hopefully all of that makes sense. Like I said, I will include pictures of all of that on the screen, but that is kind of what happens after you are done a walk. And as long as you hit that save button, then once you're done paging through all that stuff, you can hit the bottom button and it'll just take you right back to like your home screen, like your watch face, and then you just go on with your day. So daily 3 done. I'm gonna drink this smoothie and then we will go into the gym to get today's upper body pull and lifts workout done. All right, I got cold after drinking my smoothie, so sweatshirt is on. I'm about to hop into today's workout. Since it is a Friday, that means we are doing upper body pull, back and biceps, and then also 30 minutes of low intensity steady state cardio. I keep my upper body days super short, sweet, to the point. Always have the past few years. I just prefer it that way. My arms look and feel better that way. If you didn't know, I do post all of my workouts to my app. I always have my app linked down below. And on my app, you can either subscribe and get access to absolutely everything that I upload to it, or you can purchase like one-time purchase programs where you just get access to the particular program that you want. I try to offer a little bit of something for everyone, but right now I'm just following the daily lifts on my app. So if you ever want to do the exact workouts I do on the exact days I do them, you can. I post the gym version as well as the home version. The gym versions utilize all the equipment we have in our garage gym, which is pretty well equipped. And then the home versions are all dumbbell and band only. So if you're ever looking for new workouts, new programs, I have plenty. I also have a brand new program that I just finished testing the workouts for yesterday. And by the time this video goes up, that program launches at the very end of this week because we started Monday, December 1st. And I am so excited about it. But for now, we're talking about my watch and today's workout. So same exact thing I did for my walk. I am literally gonna hit the top button, scroll through my activities, and then choose strength. There are different options though on this watch. When it comes to strength options, I always just choose free. And then I have already turned off the rep counter. To be completely honest, I completely forget how I did it. I think you just swipe up when you are in the workout itself, and there's like a little toggle thing to turn off the rep counter. If you want to keep it on, keep it on. It typically is pretty darn accurate, but with the rep counter, you literally have to pause your workout between every single set, and I would just rather let my watch run the duration of the workout. So I choose free, I keep the rep counter off, and I just let it run the entire time I am doing my strength workout, but I always just choose strength. I do get a lot of questions about that. I feel like that's pretty obvious and self-explanatory, but for my lifts, I choose strength. You guys are about to see it. So in case you want to see today's workout, I am just in the daily lifts category. I'm going to click on Friday 11/21/25, hit start now, and this is the exact lift, and then also the treadmill incline walk. So starting with some barbell bent over rows, getting into 2 different supersets, then finishing up with our list. That is exactly what I'm about to get into. But then going over to my watch, like I said, all I am going to do is hit this top button, hit activities, scroll down to strength, and then there are tons of options. Like I mentioned, I am just gonna hit free, and then you're just gonna hit this top button to start the workout. And then it's gonna say set 1. You can pause it, like I said, between sets, but I just let it run. I'm actually about to hop on the treadmill because I always start with a little 5-minute walk. And if you're wondering, yes, I just let my strength workout run, even during my warm-ups and my cool-downs. I would just be annoyed if I started a 5-minute walk, then a lift, then started another 5-minute walk. Like, I'd rather just lump it all together under my strength workout. Like, I personally know that that includes my warm-up walk and my cool-down walk. So just keep it all under one, you know? But if you want to separate them and do a walk, then a lift, then a walk, by all means, be my guest. Also, I always get questions about the Garmin Connect app. So as long as you save your workouts when you are done with them, they automatically sync over to your Garmin Connect app, which is completely free. People always think that it costs a certain amount of money or it's subscription based. No, completely free. It Bluetooth syncs to your watch and your phone since it's an app on your phone. But once you are done with the workout, literally you just go over to the Garmin Connect app, and yes, you can obviously look at the workout stats on your watch, but they also all pop up within the Garmin Connect app, and you can see even more stats on the app. So in case you were wondering about that, there is that info. Okay, I literally just finished my workout. It is about to hit 30 minutes, so perfect timing. But this is everything that shows on the watch face itself when you are working out. So the time elapsed, the heart rate zones, obviously my heart rate's coming back down because I'm done. Not gonna do a cool down walk, so I'm about to hop on the treadmill for my incline walk. But active calories, the time of day, wow, it is late. So much for a morning in my life. Hit that top button, hit stop workout, and then as long as you want to save that workout, you're gonna hit save. If you are just pausing it, obviously you would hit resume, check save activity. It says saving, and then you can swipe through all of these stats. So like I said, it's gonna say one set because I don't pause mine between sets, but the total time, total calories burned, heart rate, how it fluctuates throughout the workout, the heart rate zones, the training effect, the workout benefit, and the training status. And then you're just gonna hit this bottom button right here, and it takes you right back to your watch face. Everything is saved, and you can look at it on your app as well. I need to get on the treadmill now for my 30 minutes of bliss. This is weird with the mirrors. Okay, and then by now, I'm sure you guys could do this yourselves, but for a walk, hit that top button, hit activities, scroll down until you see walk indoor. I'm gonna hop on the treadmill and hit this start button and get my 30 minutes of bliss done. Start, crank up the speed, and the incline. Also, typically, like pre-pregnancy me, I would do my 30 minutes of low intensity steady state cardio walking at 3.5 miles per hour, which I still do, but a 10 to 12% incline. Lately, I've been doing like a 6 to 8% incline, and my heart rate stays in that zone 2 range, sometimes even a little bit higher, so I try to just keep an eye on it. Like I mentioned earlier, obviously being pregnant, it's normal for like your heart rate to be higher, especially when working out, and I've definitely been noticing that the past few weeks. I would say it's like my main pregnancy symptom. Other than that, and obviously being way bigger than my normal self, I really feel perfectly normal, which I am very blessed and thankful for. But gotta get this walk done, and then I will show you guys another little thing you can do on the Garmin app that I really utilize when it comes to walking indoor, aka treadmill walks. All right, done with our 30 minutes of bliss. I actually did 34 minutes because I wanted to go to 2 miles. I'm not gonna lie, I do not enjoy working out this late in the afternoon. I don't know how people don't work out in the morning. I understand, like, I have the luxury of being able to work out in the morning, really being able to work out whenever I want. But like typically I'm at this point in my morning routine, like done with my walk, my workout, everything with Scotty by like 9:30 a.m. at the absolute latest, like absolute latest. Sometimes I'm even done showering and having my post-workout smoothie by then. So the fact that it is 2:30 p.m. after 2:30 p.m. right now is just crazy. And I don't enjoy working out that late, but we're blaming it on the morning. Still got it done. Very proud of myself. I never don't get my workouts done, but like they're just so much more enjoyable in the morning, you know? And I'm not gonna lie, I did my first mile at 5%, and then at that point I was just like over it. So I did do my second mile at 0% incline, but that's why I went all the way to 2 miles rather than just stopping at 30 minutes. But the little thing I wanted to show you within the Garmin Connect app, I'm just gonna show you like a screen recording of me doing this on my phone because it's gonna be way easier than me trying to like show you my phone. But in the Garmin Connect app, A lot of times for treadmill walks, the distance that the watch says will be slightly off from the treadmill itself. So for example, today my watch said 1.87 miles at the time when the treadmill got to 2 miles. So to fix this on the Garmin Connect app, if you're very like perfectionist like me, all you do is click into the workout and then you can literally hit edit activity. So there's gonna be 3 dots in the top right corner. You're gonna hit those 3 dots, hit edit activity, and then you can literally adjust everything within the workout. So if I do an incline walk, I typically rename the workout. So for today, I said walking 5% incline. Like I said, first mile was 5%. After that, it was 0%. You can also scroll down and edit the distance. So like I said, it said 1.87. I'm adjusting it to 2 miles because that is what the treadmill said. So in case you're wondering about that, because a lot of people do say their watches are very off from their treadmill, you can adjust it. When you are doing a treadmill run, which I'm not gonna show you this because I don't want to do a treadmill run. After the run finishes on your watch, there is an option to calibrate and save. You can either hit save and it just saves it at that distance, or you can hit calibrate and save. And when you hit calibrate and save, it lets you scroll through like distance options and put in the distance that the treadmill said. And then as long as you do that, like I only had to do that once, and then it was like perfectly calibrated for all my runs after that, like literally spot on distance wise. So if you haven't done the calibrate and save, if you're a treadmill runner, I highly recommend doing that because then it will be more synced to your treadmill. If you're always using different treadmills, there could be some issue with that. I have no idea. I always just work out like in my garage gym, always on the same treadmill. So maybe if you do use tons of different treadmills and you have done the calibrate and save, comment below to let other people know how that works. But in case you're wondering about the distance, you can always edit it within the Garmin Connect app if you are a perfectionist and want it to perfectly match what the treadmill said. But anyway, that about wraps up my morning in my life featuring my Garmin Venu 4 smartwatch. Obviously within the Garmin Connect app itself, you can literally see so many different like stats, facts, features. I talked about this a lot in my Garmin Venu 3 morning in my life video. Like there is just so much that goes into it. I even track my pregnancy on my Garmin app. Like I don't have any fancy pregnancy apps. I literally just use the Garmin app. It was always the most accurate when it came to my cycle too. So if you're interested in that, there's that info, at least from my experience. But within the Garmin Connect app, you see all of your workouts. You can swipe through different like in focus things it's called, where you see your sleep score, your body battery, all of your activities, different like gym and fitness trends, and you can click into each of these and like see even more data. And then there's like an at a glance section where you can customize what is in this section. Mine has like my pregnancy tracking, my heart rate, my intensity minutes, my steps. And then I mentioned this in my Garmin Venu 4 video, but there are different like goal tracking things that you can either set yourself or have your Garmin set. I personally just have my Garmin set it. The Garmin just does it itself based on like a previous 7-day average, but you can go in, edit them yourself if you're wanting to change any of those goals. You can also connect with friends. Like I'm connected to all of our friends who have Garmin watches too. You can compete and like start different challenges. Like it is still very interactive. A lot of people said they stick with Apple because they like the community and like interactive feature with friends that the Apple Watch has. The Garmin has all of the exact same stuff. You can like win awards and earn badges. Like I'm not really interested in all that stuff, but it has all of that stuff in case you're wondering. There's like a leaderboard with who has the most steps each week. I'm always at the top. But in case you're wondering about all of that, there is so much within the Garmin Connect app. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap this video up here because my morning honestly should have been over hours ago. I really hope you guys enjoyed seeing a little morning in my life featuring my Garmin Venu 4 smartwatch. If you did, don't forget to give it a like, make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you all next time. Bye.